this Blu-ray. I hope you all enjoy my video. Please like and subscribe. Look at this. Look at all these bees. Just look. They give you honey. Honey is one of the coolest blocks in the game. It can be used for so many different things. But you have to use a bottle to get the honey. But when you do get the honey, bees get mad at you, as seen above. You don't want bees getting mad at you. It's extremely annoying to take care of. So I'm going to show you how to prevent that. But first we have to know the basics. There's beehives and bee nests. Sorry about that. The bees were still really mad for some reason. Because I took their honey. Just being mean. So there's beehives and bee nests. Bee nests can be found in the wild, and beehives can be crafted. Bees are pretty chunky creatures. They take up one block. It can fit in one block spaces. So there's two different items you can craft from it. Shearing it, you get honeycomb. Using a bottle on a hive, you get a honey bottle. You can drink honey bottles, which gives you about 2 hunger. So it takes 4 honey bottles to craft 1 honey block, and 4 honeycomb to craft 1 honeycomb block. And then 6 pieces of wood and 3 honeycomb to craft 1 beehive. I'll show you how to do it right now. First, let me craft a crafting table because I kinda forgot to make one. So first you get your crafting table, place it on your crafting table. Then for a beehive, you put 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, then 3 honeycomb in the middle. And there's your beehive. For a honeycomb block, you put 4 in an exact square, and there you get your honeycomb block. For a honey block, you use 4 honey bottles to get your honey block. They're extremely useful for many things. Honeycomb can be used for many different things, while honey blocks can be used to make really cool inventions like this. They don't connect to slime blocks, making them extremely useful for moving redstone contraptions. They also don't fling mobs around. Mobs can't jump on honey blocks, they become stuck to it. They move significantly slower and cannot jump up 1 block. Honey blocks can also slow the descent of items and yourself. So if you were to toss items off, like I'm about to do here, it will slow the descent and prevent it from hitting the ground as fast. It can be great for using for transporting items or some other thing. Transporting mobs. They can also catch flying items and projectiles. One great example is when you throw the trident at the right angle in between the honey blocks, that it will slide down. It's easier shown with snowballs, like I'm about to show you here. If you throw the snowballs up, you can see them slowly fall back down. This is extremely useful. So, next I'm going to show you the usefulness of it, or how to make your honey farm. Sorry about that, I had a little... Honey blocks are not very nice sometimes. So here we go, back up. And here's our farm. Each one holds 3 bees, which pollinate themselves on a single flower, and about 3 hours produces the one on the left, and about an hour and a half for the one on the right. That's how much honey this farm can produce. Now let me show you how to. So we're back, and I'm going to show you how to make it this time. So we better get started. This farm cannot be put side by side. It is not tileable, but you can make it in an assortment of other ways. So here's what you need. you're going to need bottles, your honey, and you're going to need 4 hoppers, a flower, 2 pieces of dirt, 12 blocks of choice, a few blocks of scaffolding, 9 pieces of redstone, a piston, 2 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone or 2 comparators, 1 repeater, 2 pieces of glass, 1 dispenser, 1 piece of obsidian, and 10 honey bottles, 4 sticks, and 8 stacks of glass, which will be used later. So first we're going to make an auto sorter. So this auto sorter is only going to sort out honey bottles from this with the 1 empty space. It will work no matter how you put the bottles in. So we're about to get started. So funny thing is, you gotta make sure you have that redstone torch too. Make sure you have a redstone torch before you start, because if that does not happen, the filter will not work, meaning you will not filter out the items. You need at least 4 hoppers. The last one is not connected to anything, so it can go to your storage unit or connect to other hives to get massive amounts of honey. So here we go. 1 right there. Another block right there. Some redstone dust. Sorry, I need to get myself a pickaxe to get rid of the cobblestone. Sorry about that. There's an iron pickaxe. I kind of screwed up on that. I forgot to grab one. It's kind of hard typing on these. I didn't have my keyboard with me. So then you're going to get your glass, and you're going to place it down. Going to jump up with it, and you're going to place down another piece of redstone, and then you're going to want to get your piston and face it up or to the side. It doesn't matter. It just cannot push other pistons. This is the part that kind of depends up to you. You don't always have to use a pit or a piece of obsidian. Sometimes you can have your piston going down, but that's the only part that is really you can change. So then you pop down your comparator. Then you get your 2, or make sure you have your redstone torch. Without it, the filter breaks. It's non-negotiable, meaning if you don't have it, it will not work, because it will not lock the items, and it will let, like you can see here, glass bottles all the way from your dispenser. That's why we load up the auto sorter and dispenser last. See, it's non-negotiable. You have to have it. Then you get your 2 blocks again, the 2 blocks you want to use your blocks you want to use. You place them, 1 right there, and 1 directly facing out. It will read the output of the hopper and creating your auto sorter. Then you're going to want to get your hopper. Make sure it's facing sideways, not directly down. These ones you can face in any direction, but the next 3 have to be facing into a block or it cannot be facing directly down, otherwise it will break the sorter. You can get your scaffolding blocks like this and dig down. And I placed them facing outside to the back piece of redstone for the hive. You can place them anywhere, it just cannot be going straight down. So for this next part, you're going to want to put your dispenser facing straight up. After you put your 2 dirt down, I put 2 dirt so the mobs don't cram, or you don't have the 3 bees glitching each other. But you don't have to. You can have them in 1 block spaces. I don't like doing that though, so I put 2 blocks. So next you put that block down, you put your redstone dust, and then above it you place another block. This block will go straight beside will go right beside the beehive or bee nest. Then you're going to want to put one scaffolding block down, jump up, get your redstone comparator. After ready, go 3 blocks back, put your redstone comparator down, and your 2 redstone. Make sure you have glass. Glass will allow this to work. Then you can go back down, get your few blocks of choice, place them like this, and then you're going to want to get another scaffolding block, and then put your last piece of chosen block right there. Then just lace the rest of it with redstone dust. But before you do that, make sure you put your repeater right there. Yep, just put it right there and you're perfectly fine. Make sure you put your last piece of redstone dust back. And there you go, it's basically done. So the last step is to fit the auto sorter and find a beehive. This, what I would say, is the most difficult part, is finding the beehive or getting the bees into a bee nest or vice versa. It can be extremely annoying and tedious. So you're going to want to find one. So I'll show you how to get one. Just a sec. Back in a sec. Early morning, this farm takes a whole lot of glass. You're going to want a sand biome nearby. See you in a bit. So here we are, back to the bees. These bees love flowers. They're always going to be going out on the hunt for more flowers. But there's a few ways you can get them. If there's multiple beehives nearby, you're going to need campfires, but you're also going to need a silk touch tool. I prefer a pickaxe or an axe. Both work. To my knowledge, I have not used a shovel, but you're going to want to use these campfires to make sure that you have everything going for you. So you're going to want to pick that up and a few campfires. These calm the bees, making sure they don't attack you. If there's multiple bee nests or beehives, you're going to want to put them under it. The smoke should be going straight up into it. This will prevent the bees from getting mad at you. You do it with the other one too. You should see smoke going straight up into it. But you're going to want to get the bees into the hive. This is the hardest part. You're going to want to set the time to night, or be at night. Bees automatically go back to their hive at night, so you can pick it up. But then when it's daytime, they come back out to get to more honey and to pollinate with more flowers. So we're back over here, and we're about to finish the build off. So what you're going to want to do is you want to get your bee nest. Yep, make sure you have all your auto sorters and stuff. So make sure you have your bee nest and your bottles, and you're going to want to fix the auto sorter. All you need is 1 bottle of honey. I have 10 as shown here, but you need at least 1 bottle of honey to fix the sorter. And to start the sorter, after you have that 1 bottle of honey, you're basically set. It will automatically fill itself. So what you're going to want to do is come up here and fill your thing with bottles, or fill your dispenser with bottles. So if you fill them with all the bottles, yep, just don't put the shulker box in. I was just a little... I did not see that that was different at that moment. So you're going to want to put your bottles in. Make sure all of your bottles are in to make sure that, except one slot. One slot has to be open, otherwise it will not work. Because if you put your honey bottles in, you should see they should be draining out. Right here I was wondering why it wasn't working, but I forgot that there was no bottles in it. So this will always work no matter how many honey or how many bottles you have, because as long as you built it correctly. Make sure you place down that last beehive. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please come back next time for the next video. Next video will be coming out soon, and it will be about tree farms. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe.